If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're a window film professional interested in learning more about Spike. Spike's a smart laser measurement solution that allows you to quickly and easily measure and estimate windows simply by taking a photo from your smartphone or tablet. Spike has a quick ROI of 3 to 5 uses. Let me give you a demo.
The way the Spike solution works is that the Spike laser device attaches to the back of your smartphone or tablet. To use Spike, position yourself as perpendicular as possible to the object you are measuring. Then open the Spike mobile app, which is free to download for iOS and Android devices. Next, connect to your Spike laser, which connects via Bluetooth. From the main menu, I select New Photo Measurement. Then I'm going to point the laser at the surface I want to measure. On the screen, you see the distance that I am at from the wall. Then I take a photo. Now that I've taken my photo, I can actually leave the site and measure later when it's convenient, or I can keep taking photos and move from location to location. All that measurement data is stored in my Spike app. If I'm ready to measure, the first thing I have to do is correct for angles. You will almost always be at an angle to what you are measuring. With Spike, to correct for angles, you're simply going to trace a rectangle on the same plane that you're measuring along. You'll see that there are zoom windows that pop up that allow me to fine-tune that placement. Then I hit next, and I'm going to take my finger and tap and drag on the screen to draw my first area measurement. Now we hear from window film professionals that sometimes you just want to know the full area of a set of windows, so that's something that you can accomplish. A handy tool to use is our Lock Rectangle Ratio tool, which makes it much easier for me to move all 4 points of my rectangle and keep my ratio, as again I continue to fine-tune that placement. Now if you wanted to measure individual windows in between the mullions, you can do that with the Cutout tool, which allows you to keep adding rectangle shapes. So I'm going to again fine-tune, and then I'm going to add more. And you can just go through and measure each individual window if that was something that you needed to do. Now keep in mind that Spike's margin of error is only plus or minus 1%. That's plus or minus 1% of the real world measurement of the object you are measuring. This means you'll have good accuracy, but they will not be precise and give you that 1/16 of an inch accuracy. Keep in mind, Spike's intended for estimating and ease of use, and Spike allows you to measure hard-to-reach areas without guessing or additional equipment, and you're doing it quickly and easily from a phone or tablet. Now, if you need to measure these lower windows here in the doors, you could, because it's on the same plane as where your Spike laser hit. And you can see where your Spike laser hit by looking at that red dot here at the top. These walls that are to the left and the right that are set back, that would require a second photo because they're set back. They're at a different distance, which would affect the accuracy of your measurements. With Spike, you can actually do linear measurements as well. Let's say I need to know how tall that entire building is. I could. Or the entire width. I can just do those quick linear measurements. And when I'm done measuring, I'm going to hit Save. I can now view my measurement details, which can be used for completing a quote. I'm going to tap on Details, and I can see my area measurements, those additional area measurements, the 2 lines I took, how far back I was when I took that photo, 138 feet back, as well as the location of myself with the phone and that building that I took. If I need to take any more measurements, I can hit Edit and remeasure. But if I'm ready to export my photos, I can do that by clicking the Export button. I've got a PDF option, a Spike file, which is an XML file, a KMZ, which is a GPS-based file, or a JPEG. I can also upload to the Spike Cloud, which allows me to measure from my desktop. In this instance, what's most popular with window film professionals is our PDF report and our JPEG report, because these will have the photo and the measurements layered on top. It's really useful as you can share it with your customers so they can understand your quote, and you have that photo verifiable record that goes with your pricing. So I encourage you to purchase a Spike today and incorporate Spike into your sales and quoting processes. Keep in mind your Spike comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, giving you time to test Spike on your projects. Happy spiking!